Yes, people, hope you're well. Yes, I look tired. Had a long day. And I've managed to fit a lot in, you know. My days start early. Jump in cold water to wake myself up. I'm just basically falling asleep. I do about 4 hours sleep a day. I'm not the world's best sleeper. So, after that, breakfast, read my Bible, give that half an hour, and then spend the rest of my day doing my day. And that may well be contemplating what I've been reading in the morning. And then I'll come home and I'll meet with a wife and we'll eat and spend time, have a laugh, sit with the dogs, eat, relax, go to bed, do it all again. And I like to finish it off by having a read of my Bible. So, like I say, I want to talk about how we can rebuild this great nation of ours, how it begins at home. So I've been here for a long time. I was born here, 1967, so I'll let you do the maths. I'm not no kid. After school, and a bit of messing about, joined the army, because that's what kids off council estates did back then. Joined the army. Give that 10 years. It wasn't easy, but what's easy in life isn't always what's best. But what it was it gave me British values, and it gave me some Christian values which we've lost. So if we want to heal this nation and avoid the unrest that we're seeing on our streets and on the roads when you're driving and in shops, you got to start with a foundation that God gave us, and that's a family rooted in truth, responsibility and love. So it's a Christian society, men lead with courage and humility. So they're courageous, yeah? They're not scared of everything and everybody, jumping at shadows, but they're humble, yeah? They don't walk around flexing. They take on their role to protect, to provide, and set some kind of moral example. And the women, they've always been switched on. Come on. So the women have wisdom and they have strength. They might not beat you in an arm wrestle, but when it comes down to tough times in the family, they're very strong, yeah? And us as men, we need that. So, as well as them two main things, they're very nurturing. They nurture life, they shape culture, and they help. Possibly the most important thing I can say is they raise the next generation with truth and love. And together we can do this, and it's not a conflict, it's not he versus she, we do it in unity, and that is a true reflection of God's design. And when I'm talking about God, I'm talking about my God, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, I'm not talking about any religion, because all them religions are fake, yeah? So today, that design that our God, your God, if you believe in a true God, that design's under attack. And we're told gender doesn't matter, family's optional, truth is offensive. Guess what? I find your difference offensive. I'm about to fight you over it. I'm not going to call a policeman over it. I'm not going to get the government to come round your house and take your door off over it. I just deal with it. I'm happy with my truth. Yeah? And if I can convince one person, through the grace of God, to have a look at the Bible and the life that Jesus promised us, then yeah, I've done what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to evangelise, tell people good news. So, when you say gender doesn't matter and moral standards, in the schools you've got kids teaching kids. Now this is true. Yeah, a teacher, a young teacher, basically a kid. So my daughters, when they were around 14, that anal sex is absolutely fine. Come on. Who ever gave a teacher someone responsibility, the ability to say that? But yeah, I'm going off track. So we're told all this rubbish, and this all contributes towards the family, the home falling. And when the home falls, the town falls, When the town falls, the nation falls. Yeah, when I say the home and the town, I'm saying if every home fails, you only need a few families to fail on an estate. And the whole of that estate fails, and then 2 or 3 bad estates, and the whole town's shattered. Yeah, and then 4 or 5 towns all next to each other. It's basically the country's gone like that because of individual families. So we don't need more division. We don't need more. What we do need is more sort of like fathers who believe in Jesus and live that way. We need more godly mothers and more families built on Christ, on Jesus Christ, not on chaos. And this is how we're going to stop the drift into fear, violence and confusion. This is how we're going to rebuild peace, what we all want. It's not going to come from Starmer. It's not going to come from Parliament down or from the police. It's going to come from the home outwards. So let's raise men and women who don't run away from their responsibilities, but rise into their God-given roles. Let's bring Jesus Christ back into the centre in our homes, in our streets, in our towns, in our laws, in our schools, in our beautiful country. So that's me. That's all I've got to say about that. So yeah, I would appreciate some feedback. The hate's great. Yeah, the more hateful the comments, the more I realise that I need to do more with this. It helps me algorithm. But again, I'm not bothered about loads of views and algorithms, because I know that as a Christian man, if this affects one person, makes one person think and change their life around and read a Bible, say some prayers, and accept Jesus, that's going to have a positive effect on that man's family, on his children, on his community. So just one person will do. That's all I need. Yeah. So if I get one view and I'm content that that one view has made one bit of difference, then it was worth it. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, love, hate, whatever. Just have a blessed day in the name of Jesus Christ. So now it is actually quite late. It's time for me to go to bed. If you're wondering, I don't live in a shed. This is the outside of my house. Look, here's my dogs. My dogs are asleep, so if the dogs are asleep, so this is the back of my house. So there's 1 dog, 2 dog, 3 dog. We call them dogs. More like toys. Yeah, so dogs are asleep. Time for me to go and attempt to get some sleep. Have a blessed evening, everyone, in the name of Jesus Christ. Booyaka.